People TV, and I'm right here with Bill Flowers from Tasmania, Australia. Welcome to Florida.
It's a great place.
Okay. I got a question for you, couple. We've seen a lot of that devil cartoons. What they really look like?
Well, it's not like the cartoon really. There's some things that might seem similar. They are black and white to start with, so the cartoon's got the colour wrong. They are a very powerful small animal. They've got very strong jaws. They're a marsupial. Just like a kangaroo, the females, the she-devils, keep their young in a pouch. So that means they're a marsupial. Here's the skull of a Tassie devil. You can see it's a predator, a carnivore, so it's the world's largest living carnivorous marsupial. Big gape on it to get its mouth around its prey, to crush down, to kill, and they'll kill things as big as wombats, wallabies. Tasmanian Devils are a lot cuter looking than the cartoon, but they do have a reputation because of the noise they make when they get together. And what happens is they are a solitary animal.
What kind of noise you make?
Oh, they... that sort of noise. So they're a solitary animal, and they have powerful jaws. This is the teeth and jaws of a devil. I wasn't allowed to bring a real one through the airport, so I just got this. It shows you here how the cheeks swell out. They've got big muscles to operate the jaws. This animal can kill a larger animal, or they can just scavenge something. But the teeth there, which are like bullets which will smash through bones, are no good for cutting flesh. So it needs another devil to come on the other side, and they start pulling and yanking and ripping animals to pieces. So they dismember animals, and that's how they get in so they can eat. Now when they do that though, they make that loud noise, and that sort of attracts more devils in, and the more devils come to tear it apart. That's why they make the noise. People so think they're vicious. But as I say, it's a cute little animal. It's a marsupial, just like a kangaroo or like an opossum. It keeps its young in a pouch. So here you go, an animal which should rip things apart, and they scream and they sound really angry, and that's probably where they got the idea from the cartoon. But what a lot of people don't know is that the Tasmanian Devil is a very affectionate animal. I've worked with a lot of wildlife, and the devil is the most affectionate. They're always wanting cuddles and things like that. If you get in good with them, don't stick your hand over the edge if you don't know them. But devils, if they get to know another devil, they'll cuddle each other. They're very affectionate. And this is what people don't know. They're cute, they're lovely little animals. Unfortunately though, you know, they're dying out. They're an endangered species, so that's sad.
Why did they know?
There's a couple of reasons why they're dying out. They've always been an animal that people have not liked. They've called it the name devil, they've persecuted it. But more recently, something called devil facial tumour disease, or DFTD for short. Now what happens is a Tasmanian devil's, you know, starts off, just looks like a pimple to start with. It bloats out this great big horrible tumour, cancer tumour. Now there's cancer cells in the saliva. If it bites another devil, it passes those cancer cells on into the face of another devil, and then that grows, it goes like a disease. Now what happens is the devil can't eat, and the devil starves to death, and it's a really cruel thing to see happen. Over the last 15 years we've lost probably about 70% of the population, so it's been a real crash. Now I say that's really bad, and that seems to be what sort of, you know, it's almost like the straw that broke the camel's back. That seems to be what's making them crash now. But all along, ever since cars have been introduced to the state of Tasmania, there's been a problem of roadkill. You see, people run over animals, the animal dies, the Tasmanian Devil comes along, free food, comes there, starts eating, and then bam, car hits the devil gone. We lose more devils every year through roadkill than we do through devil facial tumour disease. So roadkill is a big problem.
What can we do about it?
Well, I say the simple answer for any endangered animal is to love the animal. See, while people don't care about the animal, it can slip away, it can become extinct. If people love an animal, well then they're going to be very careful how they drive on the roads. So anyone from Tasmania or anyone coming to visit Tasmania, they're just really careful how they drive. They don't want to run over devils. Also, what we're doing, because the problem is so bad, we are got zoos which are breeding Tasmanian devils, and the breeding program is an insurance stock. So if they do die out in the wild, we can reintroduce them. So if you love Tasmanian devils, you want to see a Tasmanian devil. You want to see a Tasmanian devil, you go to a zoo. When you go to the zoo, you pay to get in. You help paying for the devil breeding program. So zoos all over Tasmania, all over the rest of Australia, and hopefully one day in the US, we'll be breeding Tasmanian devils. It costs a lot.
What would it cost to breed or take care of those devils?
The cost to look after one Tasmanian devil, I went to a zoo about a week ago, Australian Reptile Park, beautiful park, they look after animals so well. It costs them $5,000 to look after one devil for 1 year. Now the lifespan of Tasmanian devil is about 6 years, 7 years in captivity when they're looked after well. They have 50 Tasmanian devils. Okay, and it seems a lot. You imagine $5,000 each devil every year. To look, that's a lot of money. Through, I think it costs them about $10,000 a year to look after each devil. Now, what the zoo industry needs for a viable gene pool, they need at least 1,500 devils in captivity, if not 2,000 devils in captivity, which would be better. And I don't think Australia can afford that. I'm hoping that maybe zoos all over the world will pick up on this and help us out, but it costs a lot. So if people don't love devils, if they're not interested in devils, they don't want to go see devils, then the money runs out, and then we can't have the insurance stock, and then we just got to hope that they survive in the wild. So that's why I was saying, you love an animal, it helps. So we've got to get people to love the Tasmanian devil.
If I am from the other side of the planet, I think those devils should be loved and be safe, not only in your country, but around the world.
That's right. This is what I love to hear. We're in Miami, Florida, we're on the other side of the planet, and there's somebody here who cares about the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, I do.
We've got to get that message back to Australia as well.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Bye-bye.
Oh!